Good day, everyone. Welcome to the eighth chapter of this course, IS 101, or the Fundamentals of Information Systems. This is Introduction to Business Intelligence. Before we dive into business intelligence, let's quickly recall what we have learned about database systems. A database is a structured collection of data, like a digital filing cabinet, where we store and manage information efficiently. We also learned that a database management system such as MySQL and Oracle helps us create, store, retrieve, and update data easily. In short, databases are where our data lives, whereas business intelligence is how we make sense of that data. For example, think of a school database. It stores student records, grades, and attendance. Business intelligence takes that data and answers questions like which students are at risk of failing and what subject has the highest passing rate. So technically, database stores data and the business intelligence interprets it. So now, let's move forward to chapter 8 or the business intelligence or simply BI. When we say intelligence, we often think of being smart, right? And that's exactly what BI does for a business. It makes an organization smarter by turning data into useful insights for decision making. But what really is business intelligence? Business intelligence refers to tools, systems, and methods that analyze data to help organizations make better choices. For example, imagine you own a milk tea shop. So, technically, you will track the daily sales, the customer feedbacks, and your inventories, right? So the BI tools can show that a winter melon sells best on weekends, while matcha is slow on Mondays. With that information, you can plan promotions and restock ingredients wisely. That's how business intelligence works. It is a data-driven decision making. By the way, here are some of our learning objective outcomes that we will aim to achieve at the end of this discussion. First, we have describe the key components and technologies of business intelligence. Second, explain the various application and benefits of BI in enterprise setting. Third, identify trends and common challenges in BI implementation. In our previous topics, we have learned what are the differences of data, information, and knowledge. Now, there's another concept we have here is wisdom. As you can see, we have a triangular figure here with hierarchy. So at the top, we have wisdom. In this level, the questions that are commonly asked are, what is the best? Or what to do and why should we do that? This is the ability to make a data-driven decision based on the knowledge presented. Below wisdom, we have knowledge. The questions that are commonly asked here are how and why. Because in this level, we are going to understand the relationship between data, the relationship through rules or conditions. And below knowledge, as we can see, we have information. In this level, we ask the question, what? These are the processed and organized data that are formed in a structured and meaningful context. Lastly, at the bottom, we have the data. So here are the unprocessed facts, numbers, observations, images, textual or non-textual inputs that do not convey actual meaning or content. So if you have noticed, this figure or hierarchy, si data ang naa sa pinaka-ilalom. It's because unprocessed data is useless if wala siya na-organized or wala siya na-interpret. Munang sa information ang sunod sa iya ha, since processed data are informations. Diba? Mo man natong na-learn sa atong very first topic. With that, information, we have now the understanding or the knowledge between the relationships of these conditions or the information that we know. And lastly, at the top, we have the wisdom. Because in this level, we now have the ability to make data-driven decisions based on the knowledge presented. So now, we ask the question, why business intelligence matters? The simple answers are because business intelligence removes guesswork or kanang magtag-antag-anta kung sa sunod na to buhaton. It helps business to save time, spot trends, make smart decisions, and improve performance. For example, a canteen learns through business intelligence that sales of fried rice dropped on Mondays but peak on Fridays. So, sa may gibuhat nila, they prepare fewer servings early in the week and more on Fridays. Since hinay man ang ilahang fried rice sa Monday, dili kaayo nila daghanon ilang preparation. Halinon siya sa Friday, that is why mas ginadaghan nila ilang preparation sa fried rice on Fridays. If you will look at it, simple ra kay siya nga adjustment, right? Pero dako sila na save nga money, time, and na-reduce ang ilang waste thanks to business intelligence insights. So now, let's learn about the applications and benefit of business intelligence in enterprise. Now, let's take a look at this table which illustrates the transformative power of business intelligence. Here we have these 4 key enterprise domain which are the sales and marketing, the finance, operations and logistics, and human resource. So talking about sales and marketing, here are some of the benefits. Number 1 we have here is personalized targeting of customer groups. So, kung mag-start kag business, it's very important na kabalo ka sa imuhang target group, what type of person, male, female, unsay age range nila, and so on. Also, one of the benefits is increased conversion rates and predictive insights into market behavior. For finance, ang mga benefits are more on the accuracy on financial planning, early identification of financial risks, and real-time visibility into financial health. So, as a business owner, it's also important that you will manage po din mong tarong imuhang finances. Pag dili siya matarong og manage, no, dira amang good mag-result og bankruptcy. We have here operations and logistics. One of the benefits are reduced operational costs, improved efficiency and throughput, real-time tracking of goods and vehicles. The last domain of key enterprise is the human resource. Basically, ang iyahang benefit are better hiring decisions based on data, improved employee retention, and strategic workforce planning. Now, let's learn about the key components and technologies of business intelligence. So, business intelligence systems rely on a set of foundational components that work together to support the entire analytical process. The key component of a business intelligence are data source, where we extract, transform, and load data, data warehouse, online analytical processing, or we call it as OLAP, data mining and dashboard, and of course, visualization. Business intelligence starts with data sources, which can be internal, seems like a retailer's point of sale. Di ba sa POS or sa point of sale kanang sa mga cashier na ay gina-offer nga customer loyalty cards and so on. So dira nakabutang tanan sa database nila ang mga inventory logs sa tanan nila nga transactions. So external source might include market trend, report, or social media sentiment about the product lines. For example, a retail chain gathers daily sales transactions from stores nationwide. To make this data usable, it undergoes ETL, or what we call as extract, transform, and load. The retailer extracts raw sales data from each store's POS system or the point of sale system, transforming it into standardized format like date, product, and codes. So, kabantay mo, kada product, di ba, pag imo siyang i-scan sa barcode, na siya automatic nga nakatag sa iyahang price o description sa product itself. And it loads it into the centralized data warehouse. This ensures that sales from example sa Manila and Cebu are stored uniformly. Muna ginatawag nato siya as centralized nga database. Since ang tanan ma-extract nato na data are uniformly stored into one database ready for analysis. Inside the data warehouse, the structured data is optimized for querying. Analysts can now use OLAP or the online analytical processing tools to explore sales across dimensions like time, such as kung gusto nato siya ma-retrieve daily, weekly, or by month, the geography or the region, and the product category, such as electronics, apparel, and groceries. So, no matter how advanced BI is, nagyapoy mga challenges niya. Number one is the data quality and inconsistency. Poor data accuracy, completeness, and consistency can undermine business intelligence insights. Number two is integration with legacy systems. Older systems often lack compatibility with modern BI tools causing delays and inefficiencies. Ay mga business company na wala pagyapon ga-upgrade sa ilahang mga equipment niya dili makater sa kabugaton siguro sa tools sa BI no mo na nga makakos siya og inefficiency sa workplace kay hinay man or delayed man ang pag-load sa mga data. Third one is user resistance to technology. This is very common. Dili bitaw well-trained ang mga employees. Some of them kay di sila ganahan kay nana sila yung mindset daan nga lisod ang technology or lisod i-operate ang computer. So, employees may resist to adopt these tools due to fear or complex para sa ilaha kay complex ra kaayo siya i-learn. Number 4 we have here is the security and privacy concerns. BI systems handle sensitive data, making them vulnerable to breaches and compliance risk. Lastly, we have high costs or resource limitation. BI implementation can be expensive and resource intensive, especially for small business. Mao nang dili tanan gyud mo adapt because ang cost pud niya dili kaya, especially kung small business lang, no. Now let's talk about the future trends in business intelligence. The first one is AI and machine learning integration. This enhances predictive analytics and automates insights generation. Next one we have is self-service business intelligence. This empowers non-technical users to create reports and dashboards independently. Third, we have real-time analytics. This enables instant decision-making by analyzing data as it's generated. Next is mobile and cloud-based business intelligence. This offers flexibility and scalability by accessing BI tools via mobile and cloud platforms. And lastly, we have augmented analytics. This uses AI to automate data preparation and generate insights using natural language. So, all in all, class, business intelligence is about transforming data into meaningful insights that guide smarter decisions. We've learned that it's not just about collecting huge amounts of information, but about understanding what the data is telling us. Through business intelligence tools, dashboards, and analytics organizations, big or small, can uncover patterns, predict outcomes, and solve real-world problems. Whether it's a coffee shop or just a tracking sales of a school, monitoring of student performance of a company, business intelligence helps turn numbers into knowledge. At the end of the day, business intelligence teaches us that information is power only when we know how to use it. As a future IS professionals, you'll play a key role in helping business, schools, and even communities make data-driven decisions. Remember, every graph, report, or trend you analyze has the potential to improve operations and impact people's lives. That's the real value of business intelligence, using data not just to understand the world, but to make it better. So that ends our discussion. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you next meeting.